Hey, it's Sarah from Made on the Common, and this is the first of a series of videos I've put together to walk you through your Etsy bookkeeping template. So I thought it would be useful to show you how to add your data, what the file kind of does for you, how to use it, and kind of what some of the information contained in there kind of shows you. So if you haven't got a template yet, they're all available for sale in my Etsy shop. So that's madeonthecommon.etsy.com. And there's various different versions available, so depending on where you're based, if you're in the UK, US, Australia, Canada, there's various different options available. They're all slightly different because they're tailored for your country, but the basics are all the same, so I'll walk you through that and also just point out where we get the differences kind of as we go along. So in this first video, I'm just going to walk you through the file, just to kind of show you what it contains and what it does and how you get it set up for your business. So all of the files start with the Start Here page, which is the first place to go to set it up for your business. You then have a section for adding your Etsy data. If you've got one of the multi kind of platform bookkeeping templates, there may well be another section in here. So for Amazon or Shopify or eBay, I think are the ones I've got listed at the moment. You then have an other income and other expenses kind of section. So this is for anything that's not covered by the data you've already downloaded and added. You then move on to your reporting section. So all of the files have a 12-month report where you see your monthly figures, an annual summary where you can just see kind of a this year, last year kind of comparison. And the dates on here are independent to the rest of the file, so you can make this whatever you want it to be. Particularly useful for UK sellers who need the UK tax year figures, which is 6th of April to the 5th of April. But if you don't need that, you can set this back to January or whatever you like, July, August. There's a built-in charts page, which again just gives you a bit overview. As we add more data to the file, hopefully this will make a little bit more sense. And then the last little kind of couple of sheets will vary depending on which version you've got. So this is the non-VAT registered, so mainly for sellers in the UK, Australia, Europe, Ireland, all of those sort of places. And that just gives you a summary by country. So we'll see this kind of fill out as we add some data. If you're in the US or Canada, you get a tax summary and then a sales map of the US and or Canada. If you're using the VAT registered template, you get the VAT report and then a similar kind of chart to this. So they will all vary slightly, but again, we'll come to those as we go along. So if we go all the way back to the beginning, let me show you how to set up the file for your business. So the first thing to do is add your business names. This will then appear on your reports. So for me, it would be Made on the Common. You then select your currency. There's pounds, euros and dollars built in here. If none of those are appropriate, you can leave it blank. For me, I would go back to pounds. And what that does is, if we look at the Etsy summary, it just kind of populates this line on here. All of your numbers just appear as numbers, so it doesn't really matter what currency you're using. It's just an easy way of formatting to have them all as kind of 2 decimal places. The next thing to do is to choose the months that you want to see in your report. So it's currently set up to January 22. And if we look on these summary sheets, you'll see that's what runs up here. So you've got January 22 to December 22. If I wanted to run this from April, you just select that here. And if we go back here, you will see this has automatically changed the months at the top. And that's also reflected in your 12-month report. You can see that's now April to March. And also on your charts and your other reports. So you can add as much data as you like to your file. When we get to this Etsy payment account, you can literally just add as many months down here as you like. Just keep adding them kind of down below keep adding them to the bottom of your data sheet. And then you can choose what you want to see in your report. So this will go and find everything that's in April 22 and pop it in here. Similarly with the annual report, again, you just choose the months you want to see in here. So if I wanted this to be January 22 and run for the whole calendar year, you can see it's now changed the dates here and it's shown 22 there and 21 there. If I change this to 23, it will automatically update. So it will just go to your data and find whichever months it wants to see. So it means that you can use it year after year. There's nothing special you need to do kind of to use it for the next year. So if we pop back again, let's put that back to January. So the next section you might see, the only I think the templates that don't have this is the US ones because you don't need it. Everywhere else you'll see you get to choose a date column, and this purely affects when we add your Etsy order information or your order item information if you're using the VAT template. So we'll cover that again when we get to this order file, and it's literally just because the dates used by Etsy don't always work properly outside of the US. So this just kind of fixes it for you. You don't need to do anything to your data that you download. It will fix it automatically. And then the final thing that you need to do is to set up the categories that you want to use in your report. So this 12-month report, the categories that you see down here in white are set by whatever you add to this Start Here page. So you can literally, you could delete all of those, and if we go back, you'll see they've just disappeared. Or you can have as many as you want. So this is for everything that's not automatically picked up from your data file. So in this file, I only have Etsy kind of linked to my data. So you see Etsy sales, Etsy refunds, and Etsy shipping income if you have that. And then you've got your selling fees, marketing fees, and shipping over here on expenses, and also any tax that you're charged on your fees. After that, you can add in whatever you want. So this is purely flexible. If I wanted to, I don't need training, delete that and change it to equipment. Then when we come to use other expenses, you'll see that everything works from a little drop down box here, and you can see equipment's popped in. So again, we'll cover that when we get to these sheets, but you just need to choose these to suit your business. And that is it. Oh, the only thing I'd say is don't go below the red line because they won't get picked up in the reports, and don't just add extra lines in here because again, you need to adjust all of the 12-month report and the annual summary to make them kind of get picked up and reflected over there. So if you do need any more, just let me know and I can customize a template for you, but hopefully this should give you enough. And that's it. That's all we need to do to set up the file. I would recommend, once you've kind of set this up for your first time, save a blank copy just in case later down the line something goes wrong. You can always come back and then use this one that you've set up. But other than that, we're ready to start adding your data.